Okay, class. We continue. So like I said, we always have to know how to read, and we always have to answer the question that was asked completely. Okay, in this question here, it says find each sum or difference. Here we are finding the difference because different means to subtract and sum means to add. So here we are subtracting. Now, I see my first term is c to the third power. Then after c to the third power should come c to the second power. Then c and then just the number without a variable. Okay, so in my first bracket, I will write 3c cubed. 3c cubed does not have any other friend because there's no term with c cubed. I have used that. Then I go to my next term. My next term is negative c, so it will go here in the negative c column. Okay? Then I have positive 11. That will go here in the number, positive 11. Okay, I have used that. Then I will write minus. Okay, all right. Then what do I notice? Over here, I don't have c squared. So I will write 0 minus this c squared now. That comes from the second bracket. Okay, so I have used that. That goes. So this one is c without an exponent. So that will go here. Subtract positive 2c. Then I have a number, subtract positive 8. Now, c cubed did not have a friend, so that will be 0. Now, let us solve each bracket. Okay, so 3 cubed minus 0 remains 3 cubed. 0 minus c squared, that is negative c squared. Then negative 1 plus negative 1 minus positive 2. These two become subtract. So what is negative 1 subtract 2? That is negative 3. And the half is c. Then here I have 11 minus positive 8. This becomes subtract. 11 minus 8 is 3. Which 3? Positive 3. Okay? Then I box my answer. That is the answer to that question. Now we come here. Here we are adding. Okay? So I'm going to make 2 brackets. No, I'm going to make 3 brackets. The first bracket will have z squared. Then this one will only have z's, and this one will have numbers. Okay? Z squared, we are adding, and I look for a friend. Does she have a friend? Yes. There's another z squared over here. Okay? I come here. I get z. I am adding. Does z have a friend here? No. Z does not have a friend in the second bracket. Okay? I come here. Is there a number in the first bracket? No. What are we doing? We are adding. Is there a number in the second bracket? Yes. What is it? Negative 11. Then I add. If I don't see a number in front of my half, the number is 1. Okay? 1 plus 1 is 2z squared. And then z plus sufur will be z. And then 0 plus negative 11, this becomes negative, so this is minus 11. And I box my answer. Okay, so we do here, we have x's, we have y, and we have numbers. Okay, 2x, I use it, I cross it. What am I looking for? I am subtracting. I'm looking for who? Another x. The other x is positive 4x. I come here. I have used it. I cross it out from there. I start with my y. It is negative 2y. I am subtracting. This says subtract. Who am I subtracting? Positive 3y. Then I do my numbers. Positive 1 minus. There is no number on this bracket, so 0. All right, now let us do this becomes negative. So 2 minus 4x is negative 2x. Negative 2y minus 3y, negative 5y. 1 minus 0 is positive 1. And this is your answer. So we are here. What are we doing? We are subtracting. Okay. Now, who should I start with? I should start with my highest degree, which is p squared. So here will be p squared. After p squared will be np. np is the next one. And then n. Okay, p squared. Who are there? Negative 2p squared. Subtract 4p squared. I have used my p's squared. Now I want to do np. I have positive 2np. Positive 2np. He doesn't have a friend on this bracket, so that will be minus 0. Then I do my n's. I have 5n minus positive 4n. So this and this go away. All right, so now let us subtract. Negative 2 minus 4p squared, negative 6p squared. Positive 2np minus 0, positive 2np. And then 5, so this becomes negative, and then 5 minus 4 is 1, so that will be positive n, and you box your answer. Okay? Here we are adding, who is my highest degree? B squared. So I have B squared. After B squared, I have A's. After A's, I have numbers. Okay, B squared. I have negative 5b squared. That goes away. And I am adding, it to who? Positive 3b squared. I am adding to positive 3b squared. Then I do my A's. Okay, my A's will be 4a plus negative 2a. Then I do my numbers. Positive 3 plus 6. Just like that. So I have done my A's and I have done my numbers. So that's how I confirm I have used every term I was given. Now let's solve my first bracket. This becomes plus. Negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2. And my half is b squared. This becomes negative 4 minus 2 is positive 2. And the half is a. Positive 3 plus 6 is positive 9. And this is your answer. Okay? All right. Now, let us pick. The first one will be x squared y. Then xy squared. Then x squared, then y. Okay? All right. So let's do our first bracket. Our first bracket has 1x squared y. There is no other x squared y. So that goes away. So plus 0. Okay? xy squared. There is no xy squared here. So 0 plus negative 2xy squared. Okay, so this goes away. We have used it. Now we need to do our x's. Over here, x squared, sorry. So that is negative 3x squared. It does not have a friend over here, so plus 0. Okay, then now we do our y's. Positive y plus 3y. Okay, now let us answer this. This becomes just x squared y because we don't write 1. Okay, this becomes minus. So 0 minus 2xy is negative 2xy squared. Now, negative 3x plus 0 remains the same, negative 3x squared. And this one is positive 1. So positive 1 plus 3 is positive 4. And my variable is y. And there is our answer. Okay? All right. So we do here, we look at our terms. So here we have x squared y, xy squared. That's the same question I just did. Yes. Okay. All right, let's do this one. So here I will have p squared, then np, and then n. Now my p squareds are who? Negative 2p squared. Subtract. So minus 4p squared. 4p squared. Then I do np. I have positive 2np. It does not have a friend here. Minus 0. Okay? I'm supposed to do this because I've used it. Now I do my n's. I have 5n minus positive 4n. Okay. This becomes negative 6p squared. This becomes positive 2np. And this changes to become minus. 5 minus 4 is 1n. So positive n. And you box your answer. Company A and Company B both started their businesses in the same year. The profit P in millions of Company A is given by this equation, where X is the number of years in business. The profit P in millions of Company B is given by this equation, where X is the number of years in business. Write a polynomial equation to give the difference. So the difference means to do what? To subtract. Okay? So write a polynomial equation to give the difference in profit D after X years. Okay, so you're going to do D equals Company A minus Company B. Okay? The profit of Company A is how much? 3.2x plus 12. You are subtracting the profit from Company B, which is 2.7x plus 10. So here I will do my x's. Here I will do my numbers. Okay? So 3.2x minus 2.7x. And then my numbers are 12 minus positive 12 minus positive 10. This becomes minus. So 12 minus 10 is positive 2. Then 3.2 minus 2.7, 3.2 minus 2.7 should be 5 here and 0. So this will be 0.5x. And you box your answer. Okay, now predict the difference of profit after 10 years. 10 years, x is the number of years. So I am going to do profit equals to 5/10 times 10 plus 2. That will be 5 plus 2, which will be 7. But 7 what? 7 million. 7 million, like that. And you box your answer. And even here, the unit is million. Millions, because it's more than one. Okay? An office supply company produces yellow document envelopes. The envelopes come in variety of sizes, but the length is always 4 centimeters. Always. Length is always 4 centimeters. More, 4 centimeters more than double the width. Okay? So the width, we are supposed to use x. So if the width is x, the length will be double the width and divide by 4. Okay? Because it said 4 more. So that's how I will get, okay? Write a polynomial equation to give the perimeter of any of the envelopes. Perimeter of an envelope. Envelope is what shape? It is a rectangle. So perimeter equals to length plus width plus width. This is 2 length plus 2 width. This is 2 times 2x plus 4 plus 2 times x. Then you do distributive property, you get 4x plus 8 plus 2x. Then 4x and positive 2x are friends. So you will continue. Perimeter equals to 4x plus 2x plus 8. 4x plus 2x are 6x plus 8. Have we been given units? Yes. The unit is centimeter, so you write centimeter over there. Centimeter, and you box your answer. Predict the perimeter of an envelope with a width of 6 centimeters. So perimeter of an envelope with 6 centimeters will be 6x plus 8, 6 times 6, because now you have been told to use x as 6. How did I know width was x? Because it's said over here, width is x. Then plus 8, so this is 36 plus 8, and this is 44 centimeters. And you box your answer. 36 plus 8, this is 14, you carry that, and that becomes 44. All right. Classify each polynomial according to the degree and the number of terms. So the number of terms is 3, so it's a trinomial. Now we want to see how many degrees. 0 plus 1, that is 1. 0 plus 2, that is 2. And this is just 0. So the highest degree is 2, so then it is quadratic. Okay? Right. So this is binomial because it has 2 terms. And because the highest degree is 4, so this will be quartic. So this is a quartic binomial. Start with capital, quartic. Okay, so this is a monomial, but it is the cubic monomial. So this is a cubic because of the degree being 3, and it is a monomial because it's only one term. Okay, this is a binomial because you have 2 terms. Binomial. And the highest degree is 3, so that will be cubic. How do I know the highest degree is 3? This is 0 plus 3, so that is 3. This is 0 plus 1, so that is 1. So the highest degree is 3. Classify each polynomial according to its degree and the number of terms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth term polynomial. Now let us do degree. 0 plus 5 is 5. This is 2. This is 0 plus 1 is 1. And this is 0. The highest degree is that. So quintic. This is a quintic fourth term polynomial. Okay, let's do this one. So here is 0 plus 1 is 1. 0 plus 2 is 2. 0 plus 3 is 3. So this is a cubic. And it is also a trinomial. Cubic because the highest degree is 3. Trinomial because it has 3 terms. Box your answer. Okay? That's the answer to that part. Box your answer. Okay. So this one, you cannot just classify it the way you're seeing it. Lazim, you solve it. Put your friends together. So here you'll do c squared, then you will do c, then you will do your numbers. Okay? All right. So here you have 3c squared. There is no c squared in the middle, so that is 0, minus c squared. So those are c squareds. C is what? There is no C here. There is no C here. So then there is C here. And then the C here, I've already used this. So the C here is 5C. Then I want to use my numbers. Erase this, move it here. Erase this and put it here. Then put your numbers. Your numbers are who? -7 plus 7 minus 8. Okay, now let's solve this. This becomes 3c squared minus c squared, 2c squared. 0 plus 4 plus 5 is positive 9c. -7 plus 7, that is 0, so I'm left with -8. So this is a trinomial because it has 3 terms. Trinomial. And then we want the degree. 0 plus 2 is 2. 0 plus 1 is 1. And then this is 0. So the highest degree is 2. So quadratic. And you box your answer. Okay, this question says we need to simplify. And how are we going to simplify? By darbing. How do I know I am multiplying? Because there's no ishara over here. Okay, so I will use distributive property to darb. So this will be here, this will go here, and this will also go here. So this will be b times b squared. Then it will be b times -12b. And then it will be b times +1. The answer to this is b cubed. The answer to this is -12b squared. The answer to this is positive b. And you box your answer. Now, remember, when you're darbing, you look at the exponents and add them. if the harf is the same. So B and B, the bases are the same. So what will I do to my exponent? I will add. Here, I have B here and I have B here. And because I am darbing, I will add my exponents. That's why I have 2 over here. Okay? All right. And this one is just B times +1. It's positive B. Okay? All right, let's do this. The same thing. Distribute the value that is outside or the coefficient. Okay? So you're going to have F times F squared, F times +2F, F times +25. The answer to this, F cubed. The answer to this, positive 2F squared. The answer to this, positive 25F. And you box your answer. Okay, same thing, distribute the coefficient in every term together with the ishara. You see what I'm doing? Lazim, you take the ishara of the term. Lazim. Okay? So this will be negative 3m cubed times 2m cubed. Negative 3m cubed times negative 12m squared. Negative 3m cubed times positive 2m. Negative 3m cubed times positive 25. Now let's answer this. This becomes negative 6m6 because I will add my exponent. This becomes positive because a negative times a negative is a positive. 3 times 12 is 36. Then I'm going to add my exponents. I'm going to get m to the 5th power. Then I'm going to do this. A negative times a positive is a negative. 3 times 2 is 6. This term has power 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. So m to the 4th power. Okay. Then we do this. Negative times positive is negative. 3 times 25 is 75. Here I don't have another m, so it's just m cubed. And that is our answer. Okay? All right, we repeat the same thought. Our coefficient to every term together with the ishara. Okay, so 2j squared times 5j cubed. And you should be saying this even when you're solving. You see the way I am solving? I am reading to myself and writing. The same thing with you. 2j squared times negative 15j squared. Okay? 2j squared times positive 2j. 2j squared times positive 2. Now you answer this. 2 times 5 is 10. I'm going to add my exponents, j to the 5th power. Okay, then I'm going to do this. 2 times negative 15 is negative 30. I am going to add my exponents. This is j to the 4th power. Okay, 2 times positive 2 is positive 4. J to the 3rd power. How did I know? This is 1. So 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay? There is no other j, so 2 times positive 2 is positive 4j squared. And you box your answer. Okay? All right, so let us do this one. So this coefficient to this term, to this term, and to this term. Okay, 2pr squared times 2pr. 2pr squared times positive 5p squared r. 2pr squared times negative 15p. My numbers are both positive, so 4, there are 2 p's, p squared, r squared plus 1, r cubed. Okay? Then I do the same thing here. 2 times positive 5, positive 10. P is 1 here, and there's other 2 p's over here. So p to the third power. R, there is 2 r's here and 1 here. So that makes it r to the third power. Now I do this here. 2 times negative 15 is negative 30. P and P becomes P squared because you're dabbing. R squared does not have a friend, so it stays the same. So you box your answer. Okay? Simplify each expression. So let's continue. So this goes to this, goes to this, goes to this. Okay? So 4t cubed u, you are multiplying with 2t squared u squared. 4t cubed u, you are multiplying to negative 10t u to the fourth power. Then 4t cubed u, you are multiplying to positive 2. Okay? Now you solve this. 4 times 2 becomes 8. 3 plus 2 is 5. So t to the fifth power. U, this will be 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. Then we solve this. 4 times negative 10 is negative 40. Then t. There is 3 here and there is 1 here. So together they are 4. T to the fourth power. There is 1 u here and 4 u here. So u to the fifth power. Then we solve this. 4 times positive 2 is positive 8. T does not have a friend, so it stays the same. U does not have a friend, so it stays the same. So you box your answer. Okay? Simplify each expression. So you will solve this part, then you will solve this part, then you will add them together. Okay? So, no, take this with a ishara, like that. Negative 3 times 5x squared is negative 15x squared. Negative 3 times positive 2x, negative 6x squared. So negative 6x. Negative 3 to positive 9, negative 27. Positive x to positive 2x, positive 2x squared, positive x, multiply negative 3, negative 3x. Now start putting your friends together. Negative 15x squared plus 2x squared. So that and that goes away. Negative 6x x minus 3x. That and that goes away, and then negative 27. Okay? Now add your friends. This becomes negative 13x squared. This becomes negative 9x minus 27, and you box your answer. Okay? So let's do this. A here, A here, A here. Positive 3 here, positive 3 here. A times negative A squared becomes negative 8A cubed. A times positive 2A, positive 2A squared. A times positive 4, positive 4A. Positive 3 times 6A squared, positive 18A squared. 3, positive 3 times negative 4, negative 12. Okay, now put your friends together. Negative 8A cubed does not have a friend. Positive 2A squared plus 18A squared. So that goes. I've already used that. Positive 4A does not have a friend. Negative 12 does not have a friend. So here are the only friends. So our answer is negative 8A cubed plus 20A squared plus 4A minus 12. And you box your answer. Okay, we do the same thing. Negative 4D goes to 5D squared, goes to negative 12. Positive 7 goes to D and goes to positive 5. Negative 4D times 5D squared. Then you have negative 4D times negative 12. Then you have positive 7 times D. You have positive 7 times positive 5. This becomes negative 20D to the third power. This becomes positive 48D. This becomes positive 7D. And this becomes positive 35. And then these are friends. So 48 plus 7 is 55. Okay? So our answer is negative 20D cubed plus 55D plus 35. And you box your answer. Okay, same thing here. We take negative 9, we put it over here. We take negative 9 and we put it over there by darbing. We take positive 3 and we put it over here. And we take positive 3 and you put it over there. So you have negative 9G multiply negative 2G. Then you have negative 9G multiply positive G squared. Then you have positive 3 multiply G cubed. And then you have positive 3 multiply positive 4. So the answer to this will be 18G squared, because a negative times a negative is a positive. This one becomes negative 9G cubed. This one becomes positive 3G cubed. And this one becomes positive 12. These people are friends, so our answer is 18G squared minus 6G cubed plus 12. And you box your answer. Okay? But you're supposed to arrange them according to degree. You can also write this as negative 6g cubed plus 18g squared plus 12. Okay? Okay, now let's do this. 2j goes here. 2j goes here. 2j goes here. So 2j times 7j squared k squared. 2j times positive j k squared. 2j times positive 5k times positive 5k. Then we do 9, negative 9. Negative 9. So this are here. Okay. Negative 9 goes to negative 9k multiplied by negative 2j squared k squared. Okay. Then we have negative 9k multiply positive 2k squared. Then we have negative 9k multiply positive 3j. Okay. The answer to this is 14j cubed k squared. The answer to this is positive 2j squared k squared. There is 1 and 1j. If you add them, they become 2. All right. Positive 10jk, positive 18j squared k squared, negative 18k cubed, and negative 27jk. Negative 27jk. Okay, then we look for friends. The only friends that are here are these ones and these ones because they have the same half and same exponent. That is why they are friends. So let's write our answer. 14j cubed k squared. 18 plus 2 is 20. So positive 20 j squared k squared. Then, oh, there's other friends. There's positive 10 is friends with negative 2. Okay. So positive 10 minus 2 is positive 8jk. Then negative 18k cubed. Okay. So this is 5, this is 4, then 3. So write your answer. 14j cubed k squared plus 20j squared k squared minus 18k cubed plus 8jk. How did I know? I used my degree. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay? So that's how I knew how to arrange my values. And I box my answer. Okay? 4n times 2n cubed p squared. 4n times negative 3n p squared. 4n times positive 5n. Positive 4p times 6n squared p positive 4p times negative 2n p squared. Positive 4p plus 3p. The answer to this is 8n to the fourth power p squared. The answer to this is negative 12n squared p squared. The answer to this is 20n squared. The answer to this is positive 24n squared p squared. The answer to this is negative 8 p, no, n comes first. Yes, okay. So n p cubed and positive 12p squared. Then I look for friends. This person is friends with this person. Negative 12 plus 24 is positive 24. So n to the fourth power p squared plus 12n squared p squared. Then I will do this one because it has 4. So minus 8n p cubed. Then I will do n first. 20n squared plus 12p squared. And this is our answer. Okay, simplify this expression. First, we have to multiply, then subtract. So negative p times 2p, negative p times negative 8 minus 5p. The answer to this is negative 2p squared. The answer to this is positive 8p. And then we are subtracting 5p. These are friends, so that becomes positive 3p. And here negative 2p squared. And you box your answer. Okay. You multiply that there. So y squared multiply negative 4y, y squared multiply positive 5 minus 6y squared. This becomes negative 4y cubed. This becomes positive 5y squared minus 6y squared. These are friends. 5 minus 6 is negative 1. We don't write the 1, so we'll just write negative y squared. And you bring down what you did not use. And you box your answer. Okay, so we have 2x multiply 3x squared. And you have 2x multiply positive 4. This will be 6x cubed. This will be positive 8x, and then minus 3x cubed. This and this are friends. So 6x cubed minus 3x cubed plus 8x. So this becomes 3x cubed plus 8x. And you box your answer. Okay? So we're going to do this here. 4b times negative 5b. 4b times negative 3. Negative 2 times b squared. Negative 2 times negative 7b. Negative 2 times negative 4. This becomes 20 but negative, and then b squared. This becomes negative 12b. This becomes negative 2b squared. this becomes positive 14b, and this becomes positive 8. Put your friends together. These go together. These go together. Negative 20b squared minus 2b squared. Negative 12b plus 14b plus 8. This becomes negative 22b squared. This becomes positive 2b plus 8. And you box your answer. Okay? So let us do this. That becomes 9m squared plus 18m. 3m times 3m, 3m times positive 6. So we have this, this, and this. Negative 3 times m, negative 3 times 4m, negative 3 times positive 1. Okay? So this becomes negative 3m, this becomes negative 12m, and this becomes negative 3. These three are friends. So I have 9m squared. 18 minus 3 is 15. And 15 minus 12 is 3. So positive 3m, okay, minus 3. And I box my answer. So here you can do FOIL or you can do distributive property because the question did not tell you what to do. So whichever one you want to do, okay? We can do FOIL. So we do the first, our out, our in, our last. 3c times c, those are our first. Our last will be 3c times positive 3. Okay. So these are our last. And then our in. Sorry, our out. Why did I say our last? Our out. This is out and this is out. Okay. Then our in will be negative 5 times positive times c. Okay. So this is in and this is in. And then this is our last. Okay. So our last would be negative 5 times positive 3. So this becomes 3c squared. This becomes positive 9c. This becomes negative 5c. These are friends. 9 minus 5 is positive 4c. This becomes negative 15. So here negative 15 and here 3c squared, and you box your answer. Okay, here let's do distributive property. This is my out, this is my in. So out is 6a, 5a plus 3 plus 5, 5a plus 3. Then you distribute your coefficient inside the parentheses. So 6a times 5a, 6a times 5a. Then you have 6a times 3. Then you have positive 5. Actually, it's not times 3, it's times positive 3. The ishara is important. Positive 5 times 5a. Positive 5 times positive 3. Okay? The answer to this is 30a squared. The answer to this is positive 18a. The answer to that is positive 25a. The answer to this is positive 15. These are friends. So our solution is 30a squared. 18 plus 25 should be 43. Okay, so positive 43a plus 15. And we box our answer. So 18 plus 25, 43. I was correct. Okay, we move on. Okay, we can do distributive property. G, 2G minus 5, positive 10, 2G minus 5. That becomes 2G squared. 2G squared minus 5G, positive 20G minus 50. These are friends. So you have 2G squared 15, positive 15G minus 50. And that goes away. Okay. All right, let's do this one. 4x, 6x plus 3 plus 1, 6x plus 3. 4x times 6x, 24x squared. 4x times positive 3, positive 12x. 1 times positive 6x, positive 6x, positive 1 times positive 3, positive 3. These are friends. Our answer will be 24x squared plus 18x plus 3. You box your answer. Okay, so here we have 3c, c plus 3 minus 5, c plus 3. We are using distributive property. So here you're going to do 3c squared. That becomes positive 9c, negative 5c, negative 15. These are friends. 3c squared plus 4c minus 15. Box your answer. Okay, let's practice FOIL. This is my first. This is my out. This is my in. And this is my last. So F times F, O times O, I times I, L times L. My F's are who? 6A times 5A. My O's are 6A times positive 3. My in are positive 5 times 5A. And my last are positive 5 times positive 3. The answer to that is 30A squared. The answer to this is positive 18A. The answer to that is positive 25A. And the answer to this is positive 15. This becomes 43. Why do I have a feeling I did this already? Plus 43A plus 15. And I box my answer. Yeah, see, I have a feeling I did this. It's right here. Okay. Why is this repeating? Okay, let's do this one. So this and this becomes what? What method are we doing? FOIL. Let's practice FOIL. These are my first. These are my outs. These are my ins. These are my lasts. Okay, so 5y times 3y, because I'm doing f times f, then O times O, 5y times -1. Then I'm going to do my i's, I times I, -4 times 3y. Then I'm going to do my lasts, -4 times -1. 15y squared, -5y, -12y, plus 4. This becomes 15y squared minus 17y plus 4. And you box your answer. Okay? So here you're going to do my first, my out, my ins, and my lasts. F times F, O times O, I times I, L times L. F times F, 7n times 7n, 49n squared. O times O, 7n times -6, -42n. -6 times 7n, -42n. And then -6 times -6, +36. These are friends. So we have 49n squared minus 84n plus 36. Or you can use the kanun. Because these numbers are the same, you can use the sum of square, the product of square. This is a square number. So the kanun says a squared plus 2, no, this will be minus, because inside of our brackets is minus. So minus 2ab plus b squared. Who is our a? 7n. And you square that. Then here you're going to multiply 2 by 7n, and our b is 6. Then plus 6 squared. So this becomes 49n squared minus, this is 42 times -2, so minus 84n plus 36. So here you can do 3 methods. Here you can do distributive, or you can do FOIL, or you can use the kanun. Okay, the square of differences. Yes, this kanun is called the square of differences. All right. So here you're going to do whatever you want to do, distributive property or FOIL. I'm going to do distributive property. 6d times 4d minus 7, -5 times 4d minus 7. 6d times 4d, 24d squared. 6d times -7, -42d. -5 times 4, -20d. -5 times -7, plus 35. Friends, 24d squared, 62d, but negative. -62d plus 35. And you box your answer. Okay? So I'm going to do distributive property. I'm going to do 3m times 2m plus 3 positive 5, 2m plus 3. I get 6m squared plus 9m plus 10m plus 15. These are friends. So our answer here will be 6m squared plus 19m plus 15. And I box our answer. A playground. This question is about playground. The dimensions of a playground are represented by a width and a length. So I know my playground is a rectangle. I always like drawing so that I see my diagram. We know that the length is how much? 5x minus 2. And the width is how much? 9x plus 1. Because there are two terms, I will put them in brackets. Write an expression that represents the area of the playground. The area of a rectangle is length times width. Our length is 5x minus 2. We are multiplying by our width, which is 9x plus 1. Now, we will do distributive property, 5x. I will distribute it in the second bracket or the second parenthesis. So 9x plus 1. Then I will take negative 2. I will also distribute it to 9x plus 1. So 5x times 9x is 45x squared. 5x times positive 1, positive 5x. Negative 2 times 9x, negative 18x. Negative 2 times positive 1, negative 2. Friends, 45x squared minus 13x minus 2. And you box your answer. This story is about a theater. The loft theater has a center sitting section with 3C rows. So rows, okay, so it's going to be a rectangle. So how many rows? 3C plus 8 rows. And how many seats in each? 4C minus 1. Okay. And because there are two terms, I'm going to use a bracket. Write an expression to find the total number of seats. So to find the total number of seats is just like finding the area of this rectangle. So I am going to write here, total number of seats equals to rows multiplied by seats in each row. Seats in each row. How many rows do we have? We have 3C plus 8. And how many seats? 4C minus 1. I'm going to use distributive property. 3C multiply 4C minus 1. Positive 8 multiply 4C minus 1. Do distributive property. 3C times 4C, 12C squared. 3C times negative 1, negative 3C. Positive 8 times 4C plus 32C. Positive 8 times negative 1 minus 8. These are friends. 12C squared. This should be 28 or 29. Okay, 29, I think. 32 minus 3 is 29. Yes, 29C, but positive, and then negative 8. And you box your answer. The question asks, write an expression for the total number of seats. Your unit will be seat. Okay? A United States flag is sometimes folded into a triangle shape, and displayed in a triangular display case. if the display case has the dimension shown in inches, my unit is inches, write a polynomial expression that represents the area of the wall space covered by the display case. Area of triangle, a half times the base times the height. So I'm going to put these people in brackets. So it is a half, the base will be x plus 5, and then we are going to multiply with x minus 5 over 2. Okay? So you can either do this first, and then after you get the answer, you do the answer together with the last bracket. So this will be a half x plus 5 over 2. Okay? Then here you're going to get x minus 5 out of 2. A half x times x. So we're going to do distributive property. X minus 5, positive 5 over 2, x minus 5 over 2. Okay? So here, make sure you check your work as you're solving. All right, a half x times x, that will give us a half x squared. A half x times negative 5x will give us negative 5 over 4x. This will give us positive 5 over 2x, and this will give us negative 25 over 4. These are friends. So in your calculator, fraction negative 5 over 4 plus fraction 5 over 2. You should get 5 over 4. Okay? So this will be equal to a half x squared. Then you will get 5 over 4. So that is positive 5 over 4x minus 25 over 4. And you box your answer. And it is area, so it will be inches, square inches. You can write it like that, square inches, or you can write it inches squared. Doesn't matter. But you should have your units over there, okay? Think of a whole number. Subtract 2. So my whole number is x, I subtract 2, okay? Write down this number, take the original number and add 2, x plus 2, okay? Write down this number. I have done that. Find the product of the numbers you wrote down. Okay, so x minus 2. So this is my first number. This is my second number. Okay, so when the examiner is marking, they're checking. This is your first answer. This is your second answer. After that, find the product of the numbers you wrote down. Okay, so product. So here you're doing part 3. The product means to darb. So you're going to do x plus 2 minus 2x plus 2. Do distributive property, x squared plus 2x minus 2x minus 4. This becomes 0. So our answer is x squared minus 4 for the product. And we box our answer. Okay? All right. Now, find the product of the numbers you wrote down. Very good. I did that. Subtract the square of the original number. Okay? So, square of the original number. The original number is x minus 2. So I need to square that. What does that mean? This means x minus 2 times x minus 2. That becomes x minus 2 minus 2x minus 2. That becomes x squared minus 2x minus 2x plus 4. This becomes negative 4. X squared minus 4x plus 4. Okay, so I have squared. This is the answer for the squaring. Now we need to subtract these two. So subtract x squared minus 4, subtract x squared minus 4x plus 4. X squared minus x squared, 0 minus 4, no, 0 minus negative 4x, negative 4 minus positive 4. This becomes 0. X squared minus x squared is 0. This becomes positive. So 0 plus 4x becomes 4x. And this becomes negative. So that will be negative 8. Okay? So there is my other answer for subtract. The result is always negative 4. Okay, did I do something wrong? Because I did not get negative 4. Think of a whole number, subtract 2, which I did. Write down this number, I did. Then add 2, I did. Okay, subtract the square of the original. Oh, the original number was x and not x minus 2. Okay, so that is where my mistake is. So make sure you read carefully. Okay, so all this I was not supposed to do. The original number was x and not x minus 2. Okay, so now and that is what is going to happen in the exam. You always have to keep on rereading and checking your work. So this will be x squared minus 4 minus x squared. So this will be x squared minus x squared minus 4. These two will become 0 minus 4 will give us negative 4. Okay? Now I am confident I did it correctly because I got here. Okay? Use polynomials to show how this number trick works there. And I have solved and I have done my work. Okay? All right, let's move on. Find the product of this. So this means 2a minus 3b squared means repeat the bracket 2 times. You can use Kanun, you can use distributive property, you can use FOIL. It is up to you. The question did not say what method to do, but I see special products. So use Kanun. A squared minus 2ab. Why minus? Because in the bracket is minus. Plus b squared. Who is your a? 2a. What are you doing with your a? You're squaring. Then here you're going to do negative 2 times 2a times 3b. Because your b is 3. Don't take the ishara. Then plus 3b squared. This becomes 4a squared. This becomes negative 4 times 3, negative 12ab. And this becomes positive 9b squared. And you box your answer. Okay? All right. This one should just be a squared minus b squared. Or you can do FOIL and get the answer. So this will be 10x, but you square it. And this will be minus, but then here you put 2 squared, like that. So this will become 100x squared minus 4. And this is your answer. Now, how do I check? Let's do that. 10x times 10x, 100x squared. 10x times positive 2, positive 20x. Negative 2 times 10, negative 20x. Negative 2 times positive 2, positive 4. This becomes 0. Sorry, that cannot be positive 4 because a negative times a positive is a negative. So now I have 100x squared minus 4. I did it with distributive property and I did it with Kanun. And both of them gave me the same answer. Okay, so you can use FOIL or you can use Kanun or you can use distributive property. Because this is positive, I will do a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. A squared is 5y squared plus 2, 5y times 7 plus 7 squared. 25y squared plus 70y plus 49. And you box your answer. Okay? This will be a squared minus b squared because you have a product of a sum and a difference. So it will just be like that. So 3t squared minus 12 squared. 9t squared minus 144. And you box your answer. You have to know your times table. So you don't always have to use the calculator. Okay? Same thing here. This is the product of a sum and a difference. So my answer will be a squared minus b squared. So 10x is my a minus 2 squared. This is 100x squared minus 4. And I box my answer. This will be a plus 4b, a plus 4b. So you're going to use the Kanun a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So that will be a squared plus 2 times a times 4b plus 4b squared. This will be a squared plus 8ab plus 16b squared. Okay? And you box your answer. This will be the product of a sum and the difference. So the answer will be a squared minus b squared. Our a is 3t. We are squaring that minus 12 squared. That is 9t squared minus 144. And you box your answer. Okay? This is just a square of difference. So you're going to use the Kanun, a squared minus 2ab minus b squared. Or you do distributive property, which will be 3q minus 5r times 3q minus 5r. Okay? So a squared is 3q, square it, minus 2ab. So that will be minus 2 multiply 3q multiply 5r minus, sorry, that should be plus, what is b squared? So 5r, and you square that. This gives you 9q squared. This gives you 30 positive, no, negative. Negative 30 QR. Okay, and this gives you plus 25R squared. and you box your answer. Okay? So this is the 2c minus 9d multiply 2c minus 9d. That becomes, I'm going to use Kanun, a squared minus 2ab minus 2ab plus b squared. A squared is 2c minus 2 times 2c times 9d plus 9d squared. Okay, this is 4c squared. This is negative 36d cd. Okay, and this will be positive 81d squared. And you box your answer. If you forget Kanun, do FOIL or do distributive property. If we do distributive property, we will get 2c minus 9d minus 9d 2c minus 9d. This and this becomes 4c squared. This and this becomes negative 18d. No, CD, not just D, CD, because there's a C over here. This becomes negative 18CD, and that becomes positive 81D squared. And because these are friends, they become negative 36CD, and you bring down 4C squared, and you bring down positive 81D squared. Do whichever method is easier for you. Find the product of this. So my answer will just be a squared minus b squared, because this is a negative and here is a positive, but my values are the same. Okay, so this will be 6y squared minus 13 squared. That will be 36y squared minus 169. You forget, do distributive and FOIL, and you check your answer. Okay? All right, we move on. Same thing here. I have a negative and a positive. My answer will be a squared plus b squared. So 3a to the fourth power squared minus b squared. So this will be 9a to the eighth power minus b squared. Okay? How do I know this is the eighth power? Darb. Darb this. So this becomes 3 squared. This becomes a to the fourth power times 2. Okay? Like that. You forget, do distributive property and FOIL. Okay? All right. Same thing here. We're going to use Kanun. A squared plus 2ab plus b squared. A squared 3/4 k squared plus 2 3/4k multiplied by 8, and here plus 8 squared. This becomes 9/16k squared. Okay? This becomes 16. 2 times 3/4 times 8. 4 goes here once, 4 goes here 2 times. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 12k plus 64. It is small k. It's not big K. Okay? And you box your answer. So we do the same thing here. We use Kanun, a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. A squared is 2/5 y squared minus 2/5 y times 4 plus 4 squared. That becomes 4/25y squared. That becomes -2/1 times 2/5 times 4/1. Okay, this is -4, so -16/5. -16/5y plus 16. And you box your answer. Okay? All right, so we're going to first do this. Then the answer to that, we're going to multiply there. Or we can do this. Then the answer to that, we can multiply with this one. So it's up to you. That being, it doesn't matter because we said 2 times 3 times 4. I can do 2 times 3, I get 6. 6 times 4 is 24. I can also do 2 times 3 times 4, which gives me 12. And 12 times 2 is 24. I can also do 2 times 3 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8 times 3, which is 24. So it doesn't matter because you're dabbing, it doesn't matter how you group them. So I'm going to do this because this is a plus and a minus. So this is a product of a sum and a difference. So my answer would be a squared minus b squared. So 2m squared minus 3 squared. Okay? That will give me 4m squared minus 9. Now this I will multiply with m plus 4. So I will do distributive property. 4m squared, m plus 4, -9, m plus 4. Okay? Then I distribute my coefficient inside my parentheses. So this becomes 4m cubed plus 16m squared. This becomes -9m, and that becomes -36. And this is your answer. Okay? All right. So here, make sure you write m plus 4. Here, you're going to write m plus 4. So we did this. We got that. Then now we did this. Okay? Same thing here. So I'm going to do this first. I'm going to do this first. I'm going to use distributive property. C plus D plus D, C plus D. Then I will multiply with C plus D. So this becomes C squared plus CD plus CD plus D squared. This becomes C squared plus 2CD plus D squared. Then all this, I'm going to multiply with C plus D. Okay? So I'm going to do distributive property. C squared C plus D plus 2CD C plus D plus D squared C plus D. So then this becomes C cubed. This becomes positive c squared d. This becomes plus 2c squared d. This becomes plus 2cd squared. Okay? This becomes plus cd squared, and this becomes plus d cubed. Now, c cubed does not have a friend. C squared does not have a friend. No, they have a friend. They're here. So that will be plus 3c squared d. 2cd, these ones are friends, plus 3cd squared, then plus d cubed. And you box your answer. Okay. These two becomes a squared minus b squared. So f plus g. Who is your a? F squared minus g squared. That will become f squared minus g squared. And you're going to multiply with who? F plus g. So we're going to do distributive property f squared minus g squared plus g f squared minus g squared. Okay, this becomes f cubed. This becomes negative fg squared. This becomes positive f squared g, and this becomes negative g cubed. Okay? And there are no friends here in the middle, so this is your answer. Okay? Use distributive property to factor each polynomial. Okay, so do greatest common factor. 16t negative 40y. Break down 16t. So that will be 16. You break it down. Use prime factors. 2 and 8. 2 is a prime factor. 2 and 4. 2 is a prime factor. 2 and 2. Okay. So that will be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times t. Okay. Let's break down 40. 2 times 20. Break down 20. 2 times 10. Break down 10 because it's not a prime number. 2 times 5. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. Wait, this is negative 40, so you have to start with negative 1 first. Then 2 times 2 times 2 times 5 times y. Then find the greatest common factor. So this is 2. This is 2. This is 2. These two don't have a friend. T does not have a friend. 5 does not have a friend. Negative 1 does not have a friend. So greatest common factor is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. Then you write 8 outside. What is remaining? 4t, because 2 times 2 is 4 times t. Then minus 5y. Now, check if your answer is correct. Why do I have a feeling my answer is not correct? How many 2's did I write? 4 2's. I wrote 5 2's. Check your work always. Make sure you check your work always. I have 4 2's over here. Okay? Like that. So this should be 2 and not 4. Now 8 times 2 is 16, and 8 times -5 is -40. Okay, so that's how I know this is my answer. Okay, so this goes in. And these go in. Whatever you did not use goes inside. Your GCF goes outside. Okay? All right, so let's break down 2k squared becomes 2 times 2 times k times k. And 4k becomes, what am I doing? 2k squared becomes 2 times k times k. Okay? I need to take a break. So this is 2 times 2 times k. Now let's find our common factors. We have 2 and we have k. Our greatest common factor is 2 times k, which is 2k. This goes outside, so 2k outside. Inside, what I didn't use, k plus 2. This 2 is positive. Okay, so you have to put the ishara of the rakam that, or of the terms that you have left. Now check your work. 2k times k, 2k squared, 2k times positive 2, positive 4k. So there, this is your answer. Same thing here, 30v and 50x. Break down using using prime numbers. So 30 2 times 15. 2 is a prime number. 3 times 5. So this is 2 times 3 times 5 times v. Break down 50. 5 times 10. 5 is a prime number. 5 times 2. So this will be 2 times 5 times 5 times x. Circle your common factors, 2 and 5. So your greatest common factor is 2 times 5, which is 10. 10 outside. What is remaining? 3v. And over here, 5x positive. 5x. Now confirm. 10 times 3v, 30v. And 10 times positive 5x, positive 50x. So then you know this is your answer. Okay? You have to remember prime numbers. You have to remember how to darb. Okay? All right. 5z, 5 is already a prime number. So this will be 5 times z times z. 10z will be 2 times 5 times z. Our common factor is 5 and z. So our greatest common factor will be 5 times z, which is 5z. Then 5z goes outside, inside is z plus 2. Check your work. 5z times z, 5z squared, 5z times positive 2, positive 10 z. And you box your answer. Okay? Here we have 3 terms, so we're going to do it 3 times. So we're going to have 4a squared b squared, 2a squared b, negative 10ab squared. Okay. All right. This is going to be 2 times a times a times b times b. 2 times a times a times b. Negative 1 times 2 times 5 times a times b times b. 4 is 2 times 2. 2 is already a prime numbers and it does not have another factor below it. 10 becomes 2 times 5, and that's what I did. But because it was negative, I have to start with -1. Now let's find our common factor first. Our common factor is 2, then A. These 2A don't have a third friend. Then B. These 2B's don't have a third friend over here. So greatest common factor is 2 times A times B, which is 2AB. Then outside 2AB, then inside AB plus A minus B, minus 5B, minus 5B. So minus 5B, here is just A, here is AB. Okay? So there is your answer and you box it. Now check your work. No, we are not correct because I am missing a 2 over there. You see, me checking my work shows me I am missing something. So I did not use this. So this comes here. Now, 2 times 2, 4. A times A squared. B times B squared. Correct. 2 times 1, 2. A times A squared. B times 1B. Correct. 2 times -5, -10. A times 1, A, B times B, B squared. So then I know this is my answer. Okay? So that's how you check your work. Okay, let's do this one. 5C squared V, -15C squared V squared, +5C squared V cubed. Five C V, -1, 3, 5. C V 5. C V. Common factor, there is a 5. There is C. There is another C. And there is V. Okay? So 5C V. Okay? That's our greatest common factor. So that would be 5C squared V. Okay? Now, that goes outside. Let's see who is remaining. Nothing is remaining. If nothing is remaining, you write 1. Here you have minus 3V because you have this and this remaining. Here you have plus V squared. Now you can write this 5C squared V. Start with the highest degree, followed by the next degree, followed by the rakam. So this is the best answer. This is an answer, but this is the best answer because you're writing using Kanun. We always start with the highest degree, followed by the next, okay? The distance d of an object falls after t seconds is given by this equation. And it's telling you to ignore the air resistance. To find the height of the object launched upward from the ground level at the rate of 32 feet per second, use this expression. where t is in time of seconds. Okay, factor this expression. So you have 32t minus 16t squared. 32, let's break down 32. 4 and 8, none of them are prime. 2 and 2, I agree. 2 and 4, then break down that, 2 and 2. How many twos are these? 5 twos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put your dot, and that's only one t. So times t. Let's break down 16. We start with negative 1. 16 will be 4 times 4, 2 times 2, 2 times 2. So that will be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times t times t. Now, let us find our common factor. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And t. And t. So greatest common factor is 16t. So bring 16t outside. What did you not use? I did not use 2, and I was left with negative t, like that. And you box your answer. Okay? Negative 1 times t is negative t. And here you're just left with 2. Okay? Now check your work. 16 times t, 16 times 2, 32t. 16t times negative t, negative 16t squared. So you know you're correct. The area of a rectangular swimming pool, draw it, is given by the expression 12w. So area equals to 12w minus w squared, where w is the width of one side. So w is the width. Factor the expression. Okay. So factor this expression. So you'll have 12w negative w squared. This becomes 2 times 6. This becomes 2 times 3. So you're going to have 2 times 2 times 3 times w. This becomes negative 1 times w times w. Common factor is w. Greatest common factor is w. Okay? So then what is your outside? W. What are you left with? 4 times 3, which is 12. And then minus W. And you box your answer. W times 12, 12W. W times negative W, negative W squared. So you know you're correct. Okay, let's factor these polynomials. Okay, I will do this, and then I will do this. Okay. Fg will become F times G. Negative 5G will become negative 1 times 5 times G. Common factor is G. Greatest common factor is G. G outside, F minus 5. Now I will do this one. 4F minus 20. This becomes 2 times 2 times F. This becomes negative 1 times 2 times 2 times 5. 20, break it down, 4 times 5. 5 is prime, 2 times 2. So that's how I got that. Okay, then I have this and I have this. So I say greatest common factor is 2 times 2, which is 4. 4 outside. I am left with 5 minus F. My insides are the same. This 4 is positive. So G plus 4. Those are my out. And my in is F minus 5. And I box my answer. Same thing here. I'm going to do these two first, and then I'm going to do these two second. So I make a bridge, a squared minus 4a. A darb a, negative 1 darb 2 darb 2 darb a. Negative 24 and positive 6a. 6a becomes 2 times 3 times a. 24 becomes negative 1. So break down 24. 3 times 8. 3 is prime, 8 is not. 2 times 4. 2 is prime, 4 is not. 2 times 2. Okay? So, all right, now, here. Times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. All right, let us find our common factor. Our common factor here is A. So we'll have GCF is A. A outside, A remains, and minus 4. Okay? Now let's see here. We have 2. We have 3. So greatest common factor is 6. 6 outside. We are left with negative 4 plus A. Okay? This and this are the same, even though I started with negative 4. So I can change it to A minus 4 and put the 6 there. Okay? Now, my outside and my inside. My outside is who? A plus 6. This 6 is positive. So there has to be an ishara. Then my inside will be A minus 4. Box your answer. Okay, same thing. I have HJ, so that becomes H times J. I have negative 2H, that becomes negative 1 times 2 times H. H is the greatest common factor. Greatest common factor is H. H outside, J minus 2. Okay? Then I do 5J minus 10. This becomes 5 times J. This becomes negative 1 times 2 times 5. 5 is the greatest common factor. GCF is 5. What is remaining? J minus 2. My insides are the same. H plus 5. This 5 is positive. Okay? If it doesn't have an ishara, it is positive. And then J minus 2. Then how do you check if your work is correct? Do distributive property. If you get back here, then you're correct. If you don't get back here, you did something wrong. Okay? That's the same question. I don't know why it's repeated. I already did this. Okay, let's do this part. Why do I have a feeling I did that? Yes, I did that here. Okay, let's do this. So this is x, y, and here negative 2x. So x darb y. -1 darb 2 darb x. The greatest common factor is x. Greatest common factor is x. X outside, inside I will have who? Y minus 2. Okay, so here we have -2 and positive y. This becomes -1 times 2. And here I will have just y. So there's no greatest common factor. So greatest common factor is 1. So you're going to write 1. Okay. Then you're going to write -2 plus y, which is the same as this. It's just that they've switched places. So I'm going to put 1 and I'm going to put y minus 2. So this and this are now the same. So I'm going to write x plus 1, y minus 2. Okay? And I box my answer. Okay, we do the same thing. We're going to do 3dt minus 21d. You're going to do 35 minus 5t. Three times d times t. 21, so -1. 21 will be 3 times 7, and both of them are prime. So times 3 times 7 times d. And then you have 3 and you have d. So greatest common factor is 3 times d, which is 3d. That goes outside. Inside is t minus 7. So let's do 35. 35 will be 5 times 7, and both of them are prime. So 5 times 7. -1 times 5 times t. This is our greatest common factor. Greatest common factor is 5. So 5 outside, 7 minus t. Now, what do you notice? This and my inside are not the same. So multiply the second part of your work. You multiply everyone. Everyone you multiply by -1. Everyone. So you'll get -5, -7 plus t. Now, this is the same as this, it's just that they are switching places. So -5t plus 7. Okay? Sorry, t minus 7. -5t minus 7. Now, this is the same as that. Now, let's write our outside. Our outside is 3d minus 5. Our inside is t minus 7. And you box your answer. Move them closer. Not that close, but closer. 2 minus 7. Okay? So that's how you solve that. We move on. We do this. Here you're going to do 45 PQ. And here you're going to do -27Q. Here you're going to do -50P. Here you're going to do +30. Okay? So this becomes 3 times 3 times 5 times P times Q. So break down 45. 2 does not go into 45. 3 goes into 45. Or do 5 times 9. 5 times 9. 5 is prime, then you break down that 3 times 3. Okay. Okay. So then break down 27, but because it is negative, you're going to do -1 first. So -1. Now break down 27 using your prime numbers. 2 does not go into 27, so 3 times 9. So that is 3 times 3. So you're going to write 3 times 3 times 3 times Q. Now find your common factors. There is 3 here, there is 3 here, and there is Q. So greatest common factor is 3 times 3 times Q, which is 9Q. So 9Q is outside, inside 5P minus 3. Then you do this one, it will be -2 times 5 times 5 times P. So break down, no, -1. -1 times 2 times 5 times P. How do I know? Break down 50, 2 times 25. 2 is prime, 25 can be broken down with 5 times 5. Okay? If you forget how to do that, you can do 5. 5 with 10, and then you will get 5 with 2. So 255. Either way, you're still going to get the same answer. Okay? So it doesn't matter which one you do. Then you circle your prime numbers, and your prime numbers are the ones you write there. Now let's do 30. 3 times 10, 2 times 5. So this will be 2 times 5. No, to be 2 times 3 times 5, and there is no half. Common is 2 and 5. So greatest common factor is 10. 10 is outside, inside is -5P plus 3. My insides are not the same, so I will multiply everybody by -1. Every term by -1. -10, 5P minus 3. Now my insides are the same. So I write my answer out in 9Q minus 10, 5P minus 3. Box your answer. Okay, so this one is 8R squared, and this one is 12R. This one is 2 times 2 times 2 times R times R. Break down 8, 2 times 4. Break down 4, 2 times 2. Break down 12, 2 times 6. Break down 6, 2 times 3. So 2 times 2 times 3 times R. Find your common factors. So greatest common factor is 2 times 2 times R, which is 4R. Outside, 4R. Inside, 2R plus 3. Close your brackets. I mean, that's your answer. Box it. Okay? Check your work. 4 times 2, 8. R times R, R squared. 4 times 3, 12 times R, 12R. So you know this is your answer. Here, you're going to break this down. You're going to do here. I need more space. So 24 TY minus 18t, 4y minus 3. 2 times 2 times y, negative 1 times 3. There is no common factor. GCF is 1. 1 outside, and it is positive 1. So this will be 4y minus 3. Now let's do 24. 24, you break it down. 2 with 12, 2 with 6, 2 with 3. So you will get 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times t times y. Then you're going to get negative 18. So this will be negative 1. So 18, break down 18, 2 times 9, and break down 9, 3 times 3. Okay? So 2 times 3 times 3 times t. Excuse me, let me change my color. Here's my common factor. I choose the ones that are closer to each other. So greatest common factor is 2 times 3 times t, which is 6t. 6t will be outside. Inside will be 4y and minus 3. Okay? Because I see here negative 1 times 3, that's negative 3. My insides are the same. So let's write our answer. Out, in. Out is who? 6t plus 1. In is who? 4y minus 3. Okay? And you box your answer. Okay? 2j squared plus 2j, 2 times j times j, 2 times j. Greatest common factor is j. Greatest common factor is j. No, there is also 2. So there'll be 2 times j, which is 2j. So 2j outside, what is remaining? J, nothing is remaining, plus 1. Okay? Right. Then we do here 3j and 3. So this will be 3 times j, and this would be just 3. Greatest common factor is 3. 3 outside, j plus 1, because nothing is remaining over here. Okay? All right. My insides are the same. So let us write out in 2j plus 3, because this is positive 3. If I don't see the ishara in front of your rakam, it is positive. And inside j plus 1. And you box your answer. Okay, let us do this. A minus 2. This is A. This is negative 1 times 2. There is no greatest common factor. So because there's no greatest common factor, it is 1. Now let's do 2a squared minus 4a. This becomes 2 darb a darb a. This becomes negative 1. Sorry. So negative 4a becomes negative 1 darb 2 darb 2 darb a. 2a. GCF is 2 times A, which is 2A. 2A outside, what is remaining? A minus 2. How do I know A is remaining here? -1 and 2 are remaining here. If you darb them, you should get -2. Who is outside? 1. Which one? +1, because there is no ishara here. Who is remaining? A minus 2. My insides are the same. So I will write out and in. Who is out? 2A plus 1. Who is in? A minus 2. Box your answer. Factor each polynomial if possible. If the polynomial cannot be factored using integers, write prime. Okay? So here you have to do jadwal because A, anyway, you have to do jadwal. So label, this is A, this is B, and this is C. So draw your table, 2 columns. Here you're going to put B, and B is 6. Here you're going to put A, darb C. A is 9, and C is -8. So that is -72. Am I right? Yes. Okay. Now factor out 72, -72. So that is -1 times 72, or 1 times -72. Then you ask yourself, does 2 go into -72? Yes. -2 times 36, or 2 times -36. Then you ask yourself, does 3 go into -72? Yes. -3 times 72 divide 3, that is 24. So -3 times 24, or 3 times -24. Then you check if 4 goes into 72. 72 divide 4, yes, 18 times. So -4 times 18, or 4 times -18. 5 will not go, 6 will go. So -6. So 72 divide 6 is 12. So -6 times 12, or 6 times -12. Okay. Then 13 does not go. 14. 72 divide 14. Nope. 72 divide 16. No. 72 divide 18. No. Yes, 18 4. So already 18 is over there. Now on this side, you are going to add your factors. Add. Who are you adding? You are adding 6 to -12. This becomes negative. 6 minus 12 is -6. You want +6. You don't want -6. This is not your answer. Then you do -6 plus 12. That gives you +6. So this is your answer. So you're going to come and write 9p squared minus 6p plus 12p minus 8. Okay? Then now you're going to break it down. You're going to do 9p squared minus 6p, 12p minus 8. This becomes 3 times 3 times P times P. This becomes -1 times 2 times 3 times P. This becomes 2 times 2 times P. This becomes -1 times 2 times 2 times 2. Okay? And you should know that 9 is 3 times 3. 6 is 2 times 3. 12 is 2 times 6. Break down 6, 2 times 3. And 8 should be 2 times 4. Break down 4, 2 times 2. Okay? Now find your common factors. Here your common factor is 3 and P. So your greatest common factor is 3 times P, which is 3P. 3P is outside. What is remaining? Another 3P is remaining. And down here, -2, -2. And okay? And you close your parentheses. Do greatest common factor here. You have this and you have this. So greatest common factor is 2 times 2, which is 4. 4 outside. P is remaining -2. Okay. See, I made a mistake over here. I am missing something. So when you see your inside is not the same, go back to your factor tree and see what you missed to put over there. So I missed a 3, and now I'm going to put my P. Now I'm going to put the 3 that I was missing. Now my insides are the same. So because my insides are the same, I am correct. So I'm going to write out in. My out is 3P plus 4. There is no ishara here, so it is positive. So then my inside is 3P minus 2. So this is my answer. Okay, same thing here. I have to do jadwal. Okay, this is A, this is B, this is C. So here you're going to put B, which is -13. You're going to write add. Here you're going to find product of A and C. So A is how much? 6. And C is how much? 6. So this is 36. Okay? Then you're going to find your numbers of 36 that when you multiply will give you, but the factors of 36 is what you're going to find here. Factors of 36, but they have to be negative because B is negative. So -1 times -36. -2 times -18. -3 times -12. -4 times -9. -6 times -6. So there's no other numbers after that. Okay, so I don't need this. Okay, I will stop there. So now on this other side, I'm going to add. What is -6 plus -6, -12? I don't need this. What is -4 plus -9? That should be -13. -4 plus -9, that should give me -13. So this is my answer. So I will come here and I will write 6Q squared minus 4Q minus 9Q plus 6. Then I'm going to do 6q squared minus 4q, negative 9q plus 6. This is 2 times 3 times q times q. This is negative 1 times 2 times 2 times q. This is negative 1 times 3 times 3 times q. This is 2 times 3. Very good. Okay. This will be 2, and this will be q. So GCF is 2 times q, which is 2q. 2q goes outside. 3q remains minus 2. Here I only have 3. So I will have GCF is 3. 3 goes outside. Negative 3q plus 2. My insides are not the same, so I have to change everybody. Multiply everybody by negative 1. Everyone multiply by negative 1. So negative 3, positive 3q minus 2. Okay, now let's write our answer, our outside and our inside. 2q minus 3, 3q minus 2. And you box your answer. Okay. Factor each polynomial if possible. And if the polynomial cannot be factored by integers, write prime. Okay. So I do my jadwal. No, I'll do my jadwal over here. So A is 1. B is negative 10. And C is positive 21. So B is negative 10. A darb C is 1 darb 21, which gives me 21. Okay, let's find the factors of 21, 1 and 21, but both of them must be negative, okay? Because B is negative. 2 does not go into 21, so negative 3 times negative 7. Is there another? No. Those are the only factors, okay? Now, let us add. Remember, over here, you're adding. Over here, you're multiplying. Okay, negative 3 plus negative 7 is negative 10. So this is my answer. So I come here and I write a squared minus 3a minus 7a plus 21. Then I break this down. I will do a squared minus 3a. And on this side, I will do 7a plus 21. A squared is a darb a. Negative 3a is negative 1 times 3 times a. My common factor is a. My greatest common factor is also a. A outside, a minus 3. Break down negative 7, negative 1 times 7 times a. Break down 21, 3 times 7. Common factor is 7. Greatest common factor is 7. 7 outside, negative a plus 3. My insides are not the same. I am going to multiply everybody by negative 1. I am going to get negative 7a minus 3. My insides are now the same. I will write my answer. Out, in, out is a minus 7. In is a minus 3. Box your answer. Okay, let us do this one. Draw your jadwal. shouldn't be that big. That's fine. Okay. Your A is 1, your B is 2, and your C is negative 15. So B is 2. Here we are adding. Here we are multiplying. What are we multiplying? A times C. So 1 times negative 15 is negative 15. Let us write the factors of negative 15. 1 times negative 15, negative 1 times 15. 3 times negative 5, negative 3 times 5. So now remember here we are adding. What am I adding? Negative 3 plus 5 is 2. So this is my answer. Okay, I don't have to do the rest because I already found my answer. So then what will I write? I will write x squared minus 3x plus 5x minus 15. And then I break it down. X squared minus 3x, x times x, negative 1 times 3 times x. My greatest common factor is x. X is outside, x minus 3. 5x minus 15, 5 times x, negative 1 times 3 times 5. Greatest common factor is 5. 5 is outside, x minus 3. My insides are the same, x plus 5, x minus 3. Box your answer. Okay, same thing here. I will draw my jadwal. My B is negative 10. My A ضرب C is 1 times 21, which is 21. Factors of 21, and both of them must be negative. Negative 1 times negative 21, negative 3 times negative 7. Did I do this? I have a feeling I had done this. Okay, let's continue. There is no other factor. Those are the only factors of 21. Okay, so let us add negative 3 plus negative 7. That gives me negative 10. So this is my answer. So we're right here. P squared minus 3p minus 7p plus 21. Okay, so p squared becomes p times p. Negative 3p becomes negative 1 times 3 times p. Greatest common factor is p. P outside, p minus 3. Negative 7p becomes negative 1 times 7 times p. 21 becomes 3 times 7. Common factor is 7. Greatest common factor is 7. 7 outside, negative p plus 3. They are not the same. I will change my second part by multiplying everyone with negative 1. I will get negative 7 p minus 3. Then I will write my out and my in, out. P minus 7. My in, P minus 3. Box your answer. Okay? Our A is negative 6. Our B is negative 23. Our C is negative 20. Okay? Then what do we do? Jadwal. So you're going to have B is negative 23. And you're going to have A times C, which is negative 6 times negative 20, which is negative 1. No, it is positive 120. Because a negative times a negative is a positive. Okay? But because B is negative, you must use the negative factors. Okay? Of 120. Negative 1 times negative 120. Negative 2 times negative 60. Negative 3 times negative 40. Negative 4 times negative 30. Negative 5 times negative 60. No. What is 120 divide 5? 120 divide 5 should be 24, not 60. Negative 6 times 20. Negative 7, no. 120 divide 8, 15. Negative 8 multiply negative 15. 9, let's see, 120 divide 9. No. 10 and 12. Negative 10 multiply negative 12. So those are the last factors. So what is negative 10 plus negative 12? That will be negative 22. Okay. What is negative 8 plus negative 15? Negative 8 plus negative 15, negative 23. Equals to negative 23. So this is my answer. So I come here and I write negative 6x squared minus 8x minus 15x minus 20. Okay? Then I break this down and I do here negative 6x squared minus 8x. This becomes minus 1 minus 1. This becomes 2 times 3 times x times x. This becomes negative 1 times 2 times 2 times 2 times x. Negative 15x minus 20. Negative 1 times 3 times 5 times x. Negative 1 times 2 times 2 times 5. Okay? So, show your work. 20, 2 times 10, 2 times 5. 15, 3 times 5. 8, 2 times 4. Break down 4, 2 times 2. Okay? Make sure you're writing clearly also. Be proud of your work. Okay? Break down 6, 2 times 3. Okay. Now find your common factor. Here you have negative 1. You have 2. There's no other 2. You have x. So greatest common factor is -1 times 2 times x. -2x. -2x outside. 3x plus 4. These two are positive. 2 times 2, 4, positive 4. All right, over here, -1 and 5. Greatest common factor is -1 times 5, which is -5. -5 outside, 3x plus 4. My insides are the same, so I write my answer out in -2x minus 5, 3x plus 4. And I box my answer. Okay, so we have here my A is -12, my B is 1, and my C is 20, positive 20. So I'm going to draw my jadwal, and I'm going to write my B is 1. How do I know? There's no rakam here, so that rakam is 1. Okay? And then here I am going to do A darb C, which is -12 times 20, which is -120. I disagree. It is -240. Okay? Right. Write clearly. Okay. Let me make my jadwal a little bit bigger. So we're going to write here B is 1. And this one is A times C. A is -12 times 20. When you do that, you get 240, but negative. Okay? All right. So let us find the factors of 240. One of them has to be negative. -1 times 240. 1 times -240. 2 times 120. So -2 times 120, or 2 times -120. -3 times 80. 3 times -80. -4 times 60. 4 times -60. -5 times 48. 5 times -48. 6 times 40. So -6 times 40. 6 times -40. 7, no, 8. So our jadwal has to continue. I'm going to do another one over here and continue. Here we're going to put a line like this. So we separate. Here is B, here is A times C. So here we're going to have 8 times who? 240 divide 8, 30. Okay. 8, -8 times 30. And here you're going to do 8 times -30. Then you're going to continue 9. I don't think 9 and 24 are friends. Yes, they're not. 10. So you're going to do 10 times negative 12. No. 10 times negative 24. Negative 10 times 24. 11, no. 12. 240 divide 12 is 120. So 240 divide 12 is 20. So this is negative 20, negative 12 with positive 20. I am still not getting 1, okay? Then we try 14. 240 divide 14. No. 240 divide 15. Yes, 16. Negative 15 times 16, or 15 times negative 16. There you go. Now, don't start adding from the beginning, start from the bottom, so you come to your answer quicker. Okay? What is 15 plus negative 16? That is negative 1. What is negative 15 plus 16? That is 1. Here is our answer. Okay? So we will write negative 12x squared minus 15x plus 16x plus 20. Then you're going to break this down. So you're going to have negative 12x squared minus 15x. That one becomes negative 1 times 2 times 2 times 3. I don't have space. Times 2 times 3 times x. This one becomes negative 1 times 3 times 5 times x. Okay? I'm going to do here 16x and 20. This one becomes 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times x. If you break down 16, you get 2 times 8. Break down 8, 2 times 4. Break down 4, 2 times 2. Okay? Now let us do 20. That will be 2 times 10, so 2 times 2 times 5. Okay. Now find your common factor. Here is negative 1 and 3 and x. So greatest common factor is negative 1 times 3 times x. Negative 3x. Negative 3x is 4. Oh, I'm missing an x over here. You see how I know I'm doing something? Always check your work, always. So this will be, 4x plus 5, because that 5 is positive, okay? And here you're left with 2 times 2 and this x. So that's how I got 4x. Okay, let's do this. I have this, and that's it. I don't have anything else. So my greatest common factor is 2 times 2, which is 4. 4 outside, 4x plus 5. My insides are the same, so my answer will be out is negative 3x plus 4. My inside will be 4x plus 5. And I box my answer. Okay. Right. Here, the question says find the diameter and radius of a circle to the nearest hundredth with the given circumference. So Kanun says what? Circumference equals to pi d. I want to find diameter. And if I want to find radius, I am going to use circumference equals to 2 pi r. Okay? So this is 40 equals to pi d. Who is the number that is friends with 40 on this side? Pi. Anyway, I want diameter, so pi has to go. Pi will go by dividing both sides by pi. This goes away. You're going to get d. In your calculator, you're going to do 40 divide, shift, then go all the way down there to times 10 to the power of x to get pi, and you're going to get 12.7323. The question asks you to round to the nearest hundredth. The hundredth place is the second digit after the decimal. You underline the thousandth digit, the digit after the circle. Ask yourself, are you adding? How do you know? If this number is 5 or more, then you add. If it is not, you only choose the numbers on the left of your line, of your underlined number. So D equals to 12 and 73 hundredths inches. Okay? And you box your answer. Now, the same thing here. We know that C is 40 and we have 2 pi r. Who is the number here? 2 pi. These three values are being multiplied. So to remove 2 pi, I have to divide both sides by 2 pi. 2 pi goes away. I am left with the radius. So I am going to do 40 divide 2 shift pi, and then you get 6.3661. Then you circle the digit in the hundredths place. You underline the digit after the circle. Ask yourself, the digit that I underlined, is it 5 or more? If you say yes, you add 1. So then approximate because you're rounding. So then you write radius equals to 6 and 36 hundredths inches. But because you rounded, you have to use the approximate ishara. Okay? All right, same thing here. We need two answers. How do I know? Find the diameter and radius. How am I finding? I have to use Kanun and I also have to round. So here I will do diameter. Here I will do radius. Kanun for diameter, circumference equals to 2. Circumference equals to pi d. Circumference in this question is 204 and 16 hundredths. Pi d. Taksim both sides by pi. Pi goes away. Diameter. Go to your calculator. 204.16. Divide, shift, put pi. Then that will give you 64.9861. Round to the nearest hundredth, circle the 8, circle the digit that is 2 places from the decimal, underline the digit after the circle. Ask yourself, is this digit 5 or more? If you say yes, add 1 to the circle. Diameter is approximately 64.99 meters. And you box your answer. Okay, let's do radius. Circumference equals to 2 pi r. Circumference is 204 and 16 hundredths, 2 pi r, divide both sides by 2 pi. Why? Because I want to remain with r. So 2 pi has to go. How will it go? By dividing. How do I know these three values are being multiplied? So to remove multiplication, you do the opposite of it, which is taksim. So here you're left with radius. Put this in the calculator. 204.16 divide 2 shift pi. You should get 32.49. Make sure you write clearly so you don't make a mistake. 4930. Circle the second digit after the decimal, which is 9. Underline the digit after the circle. Are you adding? No. Why? Because 3 is not 5. So we cannot add. So radius is approximately 32.49 meters. Okay? The diameters of circle F and G are 5 and 6 units respectively. Now, in class, we had discussed, don't solve this question over here. Draw a line. Once you draw a line, you label. This is A, this is B, this is F, this is G, and this is C. Put the dots the way you see them in the picture. Okay? Now ask yourself, in circle B, in circle F, who is the radius? AF is the radius. The other radius is who? FG. So these two lines are radii. So radius, radius. Then you take a different color for the other circle. In circle G, who is the radius? GB. So from B to G is radius. And from G to C is radius. But of which circle? Of circle G. Radius G, radius G. Here it is radius F, radius F. Now, what do I know? I know the diameter of F is 5. To get the radius, radius equals diameter divided by 2. 5 divided by 2, 2.5. So, radius, the AF is 2.5. So will be FG, 2.5. Then the other one, radius equals diameter divide 2. 6 divide 2 is 3. Radius G is 3. So this one will also be 3. Then what do I know? Okay. The question now wants me to find BF. The question wants me to find BF from here to here. Okay. Then I ask myself, how do I, okay? BF is part of BG. Okay. So BF is part of BG. So BG minus FG. Okay. Do I know BG? Yes, I know BG is 3. I follow my line. I know BG is 3. Do I know FG? Yes, I know FG is 2.5. So minus 2.5. And that will give me 5/10. And that's my answer. And it is units. Okay. Now the question says I should find AB. Now that I know BF, I know BF is 0.5. To find AB, I will remove 0.5 from, I will remove BF from AF. So AB equals to AF minus BF. Okay? Come AF. AF is 2.5 minus 0.5, and I will get 2 units. And I box my answer. Okay? We repeat the same. Draw the line. Draw that line. Put P. Put L. Put R. There is a dot here with no R. So let's call that N. If you do it on your line, do it on your picture so that you can also see. Then you have M, and then you have S. Okay? All right. Then you read now. You go to your picture and start reading. You have the diameters of circle L. Circle L is 20 and circle M is 13. You have the diameters. So radius of circle L will be 20 divided by 2, which is 10. Radius of circle M will be 13 divided by 2, which is 6.5. Okay? Now, radius of circle L is PL. So PL is radii. So that is 10. And you put their radius so that you know that. Who is the other radius? LN. LN is also 10. Okay, do them on the same side. Doesn't matter, but it will be easier for you to see. Okay? All right. So then we do for circle who? Circle M. Who is the radius of circle M? RM. RM is the radius for circle M. And this is 6.5. And MS is not a radius, it's going outside. So I wouldn't, so maybe I put a letter over here. Let's call that Z. So there is Z, and then, so MZ is 6.5. Okay? Now, what do we want? We want LQ. Okay, so this should not be L, this should be Q. Okay, so we want LQ. Huh? How am I going to get LQ? And where is Q? This question is weird. How am I going to get LQ? Okay, so this is L, and there is Q somewhere here. How will I get that? So that means I need to know LR. Okay, let's just figure this out slowly. Okay, then LQ. What do I know? What do I know? What do I know? Okay, let me stop this here. I will start from here. Let me solve it. Anyway, my battery is also almost dying. Okay.